KabelX is the future of communication now. What we call Internet today is an early stage of technological development, as the infrastructure in the background is based on yesterday's technology. Copper cables. Narrow bandwidth and error rates are the main problems. KabelX provides a basically simple and yet unique solution. A special fluid is injected into the old copper cables, which permits retrieving the copper from the old cable sheath. Then the new fiber optics cable is inserted into the new remaining cable sheath. Cable replacement can be done in a record time, which permits a quantum leap for building high-speed nets. Before the copper core can be removed, special material tests are carried out in the KabelX laboratories. The special fluid for the so-called core removal has to be adapted precisely to the texture of the existing copper cable so that the removal from the sheath is easy. On site, finally, it is a two-component fluid which is being used. It is prepared in a specially developed fluid mixing unit. At the end of the mixing process, the viscosity is tested according to special parameters laid down by the laboratory. The buried cable is located with a special tool and its position is being marked. The cable to be replaced is excavated and cut in a suitable place. Fiber optics technology has been ready for use for a long while and is required in many places. However, changeover of the nets was slow until recently. The reason was replacement of the cable series, a series of efforts which pushed the cost to unprofitable levels. Roads had to be dug up, the old copper cables had to be tediously removed from their old position, and new transmission routes had to be planned and built. KabelX provides relief. The end of the cable to be removed is exposed. An adapter is connected, the connection to the fluid is established. Next, the pump is calibrated. Again, parameters provided by the lab are precise indicators for individual adjustment and, as a result, optimum progress within a project. KabelX is a technology enabling changeover of data nets to glass fiber with a minimum of cost. The worldwide unique and patented process will give drive to the expansion of glass fiber nets, the magnitude of which cannot be yet estimated. The filling hose is connected to the cable. The injection process can start. A meter shows the volume and the progress of the injection process. When the injection process is finished, fluid emerges at the end of the cable. At the injection end, a winch is fastened to the so-called cable core. Removal of the core is started, slowly at first and then faster and faster. Communication via copper cables was an extraordinary invention. However, this was many decades ago and has outlived itself. Communication in the new era is done via fiber optics, faster than the eye can see. Optic fiber cables optimize communication, both for industry as well as for private use. Optic fiber is the material which enables the new generation of Internet. Bandwidth increases thousandfold, which enables data transfer volumes and speeds in the net which were considered impossible until recently. Once the core is completely removed, the mini duct tube is connected at one end of the cable core which replaces the carbon core by a new fiber optics cable. When inserting of the mini-duct tubes is complete, the mini-tubes are connected. This completes the actual KabelX process. Finally, the excavated duct has to be refilled and returned to its original state. A fraction of the effort which was required before, when whole roads had to be dug up to place new cables. Finally, as a last step, the fiber optic cable is inserted to the mini duct tubes, which creates a new fiber optics connection. In order to continue spreading the KabelX technology, the company also trains specialists in KabelX technology. Accordingly, those people who later on site will be responsible for realizing fiber optics projects learn the required knowledge from scrap. In theory and in practice, the training prepares for smooth performance. Also, cable licensees profit from the training and take home the knowledge on the cable replacing process. Exchanging any imaginable volume of information between the most remote spots on Earth is no more a vision for the next millennium. KabelX is the future of communication now.